seeking, 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 but what? And what are you supposed to get out of that seeking? You know very well. In the scriptures, all of them, is written that you have to know yourself. You don't know yourself. That's the main point. First of all, you must know yourself. With all your seeking, with all your spending, and doing all kinds of acrobats, have you been able to know yourself? We must ask this question. Just because sometimes you feel very nice, you feel very peaceful, or you feel you are flying in the air, all these things, these are all gimmicks. These are all gimmicks, and we have been doing all this, all these years. I don't know what happens to our thinking and to our understanding of the divine, the divinity which is within you, and what should happen to you, by which you know, first of all, you know yourself. This country is full of seekers, I know. And what I find, that being a capitalist country, they think even divinity can be bought. Even the gurus can be bought. If you can buy somebody, if you retain somebody, they are your servants. How can they be your masters? One has to go into it and see for yourself. What have you got so far, or you got completely conditioned into it without knowing yourself? Today, at the very outset, I have to tell you another thing, that this is the last judgment. This is the last judgment. As a result of this understanding, I hope you will try to understand that now is the time for you to decide and to achieve your seeking. If you do not, there's hardly any time anymore. I didn't say this before. I thought that might shock you, or maybe you might be upset. But that's a fact. And it's now years together, for 30 years, I've been working on Sahaja Yoga, and I find that America is a country where there is very little response to reality. What is the reason is, they say, "Mother, why don't you take any money?" I mean, how much are you going to pay? This is the thing you cannot purchase. If you can realize this point, you cannot purchase. People pay thousands of dollars to listen to somebody's lecture. But what did you achieve out of that? What did you get out of that? At least when you go to the market, you spend some time, some money, you want to know what you have got out of it. But you haven't got anything. I know some people who have become completely bankrupt. They are left with no money. And the fellow has decamped with all that, saying that you should become detached. He should become detached instead of you all becoming detached. This is how things are working out in this country, even now. So many have come and gone and finished. But even now, there are many who are come to plunder. So I have to tell you very frankly, be very careful and understand what is Sahaja Yoga is. Sahaja Yoga, Sa is with, Ja is born, with you is this union. Union with the divine. And this union with the divine is your own birthright. Firstly, because you are born in those times, when it is now a collective happening. Sahaja Yoga is working in 86 countries, in a very big way. But If you want to purchase, you cannot. It has no value in the sense it's invaluable. You can't pay for something invaluable. If you have paid for it, it's wrong. It's wrong. And whatever you have done, you have to understand, because I think you are all very intelligent people. Sahaja Yoga is not meant for stupid or the foolish, but for the people who want to see the point, that they have to achieve something out of their seeking. Otherwise, it's just like a mad race going on. Somebody is seeking here, and I'm also surprised that they say, Mother, nowadays there's a sale on. If you want something cheaper, there's a sale on. I mean, imagine. How can you cheapen? How can you bring divinity to that? How much did we pay to Christ? How much did we pay to Muhammad? All of them have said the same thing in a different manner, maybe according to the time, as they call Samayacha. Must be to make you understand. But despite all that, the fact remains that in your seeking, you have to know yourself, which is not just some sort of a tomfoolery or some jugglery, but it's an actualization of an experience. What experience you had? Like flying in the air? What's the use of flying in the air? Or going 3 feet on the road? There's no need, already is such a condition. All such kind of funny ideas were given to you, and how could you accept it? I'm going to tell you the truth now, that it has nothing to do all with this gimmickry, but your Creator has placed this Kundalini within you. Every one of you has got that Kundalini within. Every one of you. It doesn't matter what religion you follow, it doesn't matter what country you live in. Whatever it may be, your position in life, this Kundalini is placed in your triangular bone by your Creator. You need not just believe, but you must at least get the experience and then believe it, that you can feel the all-pervading power of divine love. As cool breeze is written in all the scriptures. In the Bible called cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. In the Quran it's called as Ruh. In so many books it is called as the power of divine love, as cool breeze. But without getting any experience, how do you say that you have found out? The other day I met one gentleman. He was with one organization for 12 years. And he said, Mother, I am still seeking. Why? 12 years you couldn't find anything. I thought that was the last. I said, why? Whatever is the last, it should end up with your achievement. What have you achieved? As a mother, I have to tell you frankly that if you have not achieved anything out of all these gimmicks, better give it up. You must have your self-respect. You must know your value. You must know why are you on this earth. For what are you seeking? Not just to play around and do some shopping here and there. Achieve something out of you in your evolution. Of course, this Kundalini, it's awakening, everything is extremely scientific. So many scientists are now inserted. Absolutely mathematical, perfect. But first to get your realization, first to feel this cool breeze, then you can find out about it, what it is. I'm surprised with all the advancement and development you have. How is it you have forgotten one thing, that yet you have not known yourself? How do you know yourself when this Kundalini like this? she passes through 6 centers. She passes through 6 centers and pierces through the, we call it the 7th one, through the fontanelle bone area, which is actualization. You can feel it on top of your head. I mean, every saint, every Sufi has talked about it. If you have read them, Lao Tse has talked about it. Everyone, Buddha has talked about it. That you have to have your self-realization. Self-realization means knowing about yourself. All of them have said this. Who has said that you pay for this and you give up this and go to the jungles? Nobody. Now, this is a very important time and a very important issue in your life. For you, for your children, for your country. You have to know what is your value. What are you? Why are you on this earth? Are you here just to waste your life uselessly, this precious human life? No. That can't. So there must be something that has to happen to you, and this happening is not imaginary, it's not mental, but actual. Once this Kundalini rises, you don't feel anything about it. Now there are some books I have read against Kundalini and against the awakening of the Kundalini. They are all, I must say, are playing some tricks. For the last 30 years I have been doing this work all over the world. I have never seen any such things happening, whatever is described in what they say as Kundalini awakening. From where did they get those ideas, I don't know. Maybe they must have tried some dirty tricks and that's how people must have suffered. I am sure of it. Otherwise they would just never happened. Even 30 years I have never seen. All over the world I have never seen. So how can it be that it's that way, that we are frightened of Kundalini? She is your mother. She is your own mother, your individual mother. She has no other child. And she has recorded everything within herself with all compassion and love, like a mother. And it's like a tape recorder, you can call it. It's all being taped, all your anxieties, all your mistakes, all your aspirations, all your misdeeds, all are taped in the Kundalini. And she wants to give you a second birth. She's very anxious. But she doesn't trouble you. For example, when you were born, your mother took all the trouble of giving you the birth. Did she trouble you? So this Mother Kundalini is not going to trouble you. She loves you, she is full of love. And unless and until it happens, you cannot say what's wrong, what is wrong in Kundalini awakening or anything. So at least you should try to make up your mind that today you will all get your self-realization, all of you. You have a birthright to get it, as I told you. And you should get it. Why should you miss it? It's a very fortunate time that you are. These are the worst modern times they call Ghor Kali Yuga. And at this age, at this time only, your realization is already being prophesied. But it's not the way people like something that suddenly I found light somewhere, was flying in the air. All this is nonsense. You have to become knowledgeable, first of all. First of all, when you feel the cool breeze in your hand, you know where it is coming through your fingertips, here and here, 7 chakras, same here, 7 chakras. Now these are 2 right and left sympathetic nervous systems which you see. And you understand that when Kundalini rises, she awakens your parasympathetic nervous system, about which doctors know nothing. When this parasympathetic is awakened, you become master of that parasympathetic. You can control everything within yourself. You will know everything about yourself. For example, it stands for your physical, mental and emotional being. All these chakras, all these centers. Also your spiritual being. So you will know very easily on your fingertips, very good terminology in English language. On your fingertips you will know what's wrong with you, what centers are in trouble. Also you can find out what's wrong with others. You become really collective, not just like this, we are all collective and fighting. There's nothing of that. You really become collective, All over the world you become collective. You may be sitting in New York, but you don't know, you have friends all over the world. And not friends, but your own. They know all about you and you know about them. If you can cure your centers, which you can through Swadhyaya, then you can cure the centers of others. People have no faith in themselves, I think, the way they accept all nonsense. You must have all faith in yourself and know for yourself that these powers are your own. For you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to be somebody subservient to someone. Nothing of the kind, but you yourself become your own master. Because you know about yourself, then you know about others, and also you know how to get rid of problems of these centers. These are very important centers within us on the parasympathetic nervous system. I must say that one has to understand. At the first meeting, I can't tell you everything about it. But I was amazed. Countries like mine. Countries like, of course, Russia. They are very deep people. I don't know how they have become so deep. Maybe this communism has pushed them so much that they went inside themselves. Very deep. Imagine one day Russia will be the greatest country in Swadhyaya, I think so. Of course in India, because they know what it is. I can't say about India. But otherwise, Russians are tremendously deep. And I'm amazed how it's not being yet reflected in other communistic countries where there are problems. It has nothing to do with politics. It's your own growth, it's your own evolution, it's your own ascent that you achieve a state of your own. You become something that you have never known. It's the becoming is the point, not what rituals you do. 4 o'clock you get up, have your bath, nothing. All these things are not needed at all. This is all nothing but what we call as rituals, or we can call it in Sanskrit called karma kandas. So many of them, so many of saints have discarded them, denounced them, that don't have all this, but get yourself right, which is so simple, so easy, it's your own, but still, I don't know why people do not go ahead. There's another thing that happens, right? People get their realization all right. Then we say, all right, you go to our follow-up program where you learn everything. You can master this subtle thing, you will get absolute knowledge, and you should go and learn it. So they'll go for 1 or 2 days, and they go on asking, what more, what next? Like now you have graduated, so how are we going to get some more? Actually, the knowledge is working through your nerves. Now you have become like a professor. Then what does the professor say? What more? He has to teach, he has to give. If we have to change the whole world, then those who get realization have to help others. You do help. If you grow into it, you do help. It is not that I tell you, but you do help, you look after, you just manage everything on your own. You want to do it because you become so compassionate, and so good. And you have the power, so you do it. For that, nobody has to coax you or to guide you or to discipline you. You just get it because you got that power. It's like if you have the light doesn't say now what I should do, it has to give light. If you are enlightened, then you have to give light, that's all, as simple as that. What more, there's no course going on here. It is your own being, which is within yourself, is enlightened, and you have to understand yourself. You have to know what powers you have got, what you are capable of. To think, oh mother, how possible, we are nothing, that's not good. I am telling you. You are great, you are born in this time, and you can achieve a lot of knowledge which is reality. What knowledge we have is not reality. If we had, we would have been satisfied, but we are not. Actually, what happens first? You become thoughtlessly aware. When the Kundalini crosses this center, then you become thoughtlessly aware. That means you don't become a person who is stupid, but you see things without thoughts. You don't react. Most of our problems are reactions. Now supposing this is a very beautiful carpet and I like it, but supposing I am not a realized soul, the watch it, I just start thinking, oh my God, how much it must have cost. Supposing it is mine, then I would be worried that I should have insured it and all that. That's typical. But supposing I am a realized soul and I am in thoughtless awareness, then what do? I just watch. I don't react. And the joy that was put into this by the artist just becomes one, and you enjoy. So you get the joy, you get the experience, you get the joy, and you get the peace. These things happen to you unconditionally, and you cannot doubt it. You cannot doubt it. Apart from your health improves, as I said, it's not like a healer shouting, I'll cure you, this sort of thing, no. It is your own innate chakras which get cured, and you get absolutely beautiful health. I don't want to boast, but it's a fact. There are many people who are here also who can tell you how they got cured out of certain problems. On their own. You become your own master. You don't have to do anything. It just works out. Some people are also of the opinion, it is too subtle for us, mother. It's better we can stand on our head for 5 hours, but we can't. So, there's no physical exertion here, nothing. The Kundalini will rise by itself without troubling you, and will you give you this experience, believe. First have faith in yourself, you see, that it will happen. And it will happen, I am sure you all can get it tonight here. There's no end to questions also. The other day I told them to ask me questions. They're busy asking questions one after another. What do you think of this guru? What do you think of that lady? I said, what did you get out of this? Just tell me. That's all. All sorts of funny things come to your mind because you are still reacting. You are all the time reacting, and because of reaction, your conditioning and your ego plays the part. If you are conditioned that way, you will react that way. If you are conditioned otherwise, that you don't like a thing, or that you don't like it. But why? Why you don't like? You can't explain. Otherwise also it's ego, that there's a very big ego. And you think that, no, I cannot understand, I cannot. So please, be mind about yourself. I mean, this is how we punish ourselves. By unnecessarily having egoistical idea, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that. And we live in very false life. Let us come to reality. And we have to achieve that reality within ourselves and the joy of the knowledge of reality. So in this short time, I don't want to explain everything to you. Also you must know later on about yourself, because a very good journey about yourself when you find out what are you, what have you been, and what you should. So this is the resurrection time I am talking about, where your hands must speak. Muhammad Sahib has clearly said, I don't consider them as Muslims who at this Qiyamah time, this resurrection time, do not have hands to speak. Christ has said the same. I mean, there's nobody else who has said that don't seek yourself, don't find out about yourself. I mean, real ones. Unreal ones, they seek money only, or I don't know what else they seek. So, you become a very compassionate and a wonderful, beautiful, sweet person. Not only for yourself, but for all of you. I don't know how to tell you how people have been so beautiful and so kind to each other. I've never seen them quarreling. Of course they pull each other's leg, have lots of jokes, that's all. But never have I seen them fighting, using bad words, and such good marriages and such beautiful things. We have to have a very beautiful world, and the whole world has to be transformed. I'm trying, I know my age, I'm so very old. I'm trying and trying all these years, and I want that people of this country, who are supposed to be very developed and very intelligent, should understand that this time is responsibility for them to take Sahaja Yoga seriously, to develop it within themselves and try to help the whole world. All other charities are useless. All charities are useless, not going to help anything. The greatest charity is to give self-realization to people and to enjoy. Whatever you have read, I know you are seekers, must have read all kinds of things. Whatever you have done is forgetting. We are talking of the present. The future, of course, is not there, but also the past. Forget the past. Another thing is, certain feelings that we have are really wrong. One of them is to feel guilty. What have we done to feel guilty? It's a fashion, I think. Especially in the West, people feel guilty for even if you spill a little coffee, they are guilty for life. I can't understand. But they are very sensitive on this point. That I am very guilty, mother. For what? What have you done? You have done nothing wrong. Why are you guilty? If you are guilty, you should have been engaged. Why are you here? Like that, you know. Now please don't feel guilty at all. No question of feeling guilty about anything what has happened in the past. Today finish the past, now you have to be in the present. Second point is that if I say please forgive everyone, then you may say that it is very difficult to forgive. But logically, what do? Forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. Nothing, it's just your own mental idea that I cannot forgive. As a result, you suffer. You suffer very much because you do not forgive. So why carry such a load on your head? Just forgive, forgive and forgive everyone. Just say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. And you'll be amazed, you'll be relieved of a big headache that you have been carrying. I can assure you, if you get your self-realization, you will know what a beautiful person, what a good person. All these horrible things like jealousies and lust and greed and all, they just drop and become a pure person, pure love. And that's what is your due, which you should have. So we have to transform the whole world. We have to change this world into a beautiful world of very wise, sweet people. that can be done without any difficulty if you just accept your own value, accept your own self. And the self is very beautiful. With the light of the self, you can see so many things. Because when you are enlightened, in that light, you give up automatically, whatever is destructive in you. And you take to positive things with courage. And you never fail. That's the main thing in Sahaja Yoga. You do not fail in anything. Once you have got the blessings of the divinity, in every venture, in every type of work you want to do, you will never fail because there's protection to you, there guidance to you, and also complete enlightenment by which you see things clearly. I don't know if I should tell you about Turkey, where they had such a big, very big earthquake. There are so many surgeries in Turkey. They are supposed to be Muslims, but they are surgeries. And not one person died, and not one surgery's house was disturbed. It has happened in many other places also. But this is a thing to tell you that you are protected. You may believe it or not, but once you feel the divine cool breeze in your hand, then you know you are protected. This will look after you. But you have to just feel it. And please don't condemn yourself by feeling guilty, or also please do not try by any chance to say that, Mother, I cannot forget. These are the two conditions, if you want to know, of such. It will just work out in no time. And I think instead of telling you anything else, why not give yourself realization? And it's very easy to work. Another thing is, I cannot force it on you. It cannot be forced. You have to desire it. Because Kundalini is the pure desire. All other desires are useless. Because even if they are fulfilled, we do not feel satisfied. But this Kundalini is the pure desire. So if you have desire, then only it will work out. I cannot force it on you. I cannot. And I will not. So those who don't want to have their realization should leave the hall. It will be better for others. I would request. But those who want should stay and should get their self-realization and then grow into it. Because like a seed sprouts and it has to grow. At the most will take 1 month to become. But with dedication and understanding, if you work it out, you can become a master. No doubt. I am sure of it. You all can become masters and you can help your family, help your neighbors, help your friends, help the whole country, help the whole world. That's what your position is. That's the position of all the seekers, I think, is to become. So, I would request you to forgive everyone. And secondly, not to have guilt, means forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. Only listen to me on these 2 points and it will work. Again, those who want to go can, but don't disturb in between. There's one thing I have to request, that you have to take out your shoes. This Mother Earth is great. How she helps us to take out our shoes. So be happy with it. Be happy. In no way you are wrong. Don't condemn yourself. for anything. It's not serious. It's not serious. It's subtle, but not serious. Like a flower, see? Flower opens out. It's not serious, but it opens out. Now, don't have apprehensions about it. I'm sure you can all get it. I'm very sure. And you should be also sure about it. You have to just put your hands towards me, please. Just like this. As simple as this. Now again I would request, please forgive yourself and also please forgive others. That's very important point. Now put the right side, right hand towards me and left hand on top of your fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your child. Now see if there is any cool or hot breeze is coming out of your fontanelle bone area. Now see, it's your head, out of your head, if there is a cool or a hot breeze, these like vibrations coming out of your fontanelle bone area, which was the soft bone in your childhood. Just have a look at it. You can bend your head, that will help you better. Now you can move your hand up and down and see for yourself if there is a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area. Now if it is hot, it means you have not yet forgiven yourself or others. So please do that. But even if it is hot, it's all right. Now, put your left hand towards me, please. And now bend your head again and see with your right hand if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of your head. Just see for yourself. Out of the fontanelle bone area. As I said, it's the soft bone in your childhood you had, and now it's calcified. So see for yourself if there's that air coming out of that, like vibration, the cool breeze. You can move your hand up and down. Once more, please put your left hand again on top of your fontanelle bone area. And see if there is cool breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area or not. Or a hot breeze maybe. So you forgive. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Now, please put both the hands and don't think. Just stop thinking. You can. Just for a second, just don't think. Now all those who have felt cool or hot breeze on their palm or on their fingers or out of the fontanelle bone area, hot or cold, doesn't matter. Please raise both your hands. That's it. See, you all have felt, except for very few. Very few. Maybe you have been to some Guruji or maybe something wrong somewhere, but doesn't matter. Everybody can get it. Those who haven't got will also get it. Now, I have to make a request to you. Very happy to see. Again, can you raise your hand, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Now only you have to promise me one thing, that you will grow into it. It doesn't take much time, you don't have to pay anything, but you must grow into it. You should become masters. All of it. That's all is my desire, pure desire, and should be yours also, because then you will know your real value. It's something you should know. Some people didn't realize it. It's very few. Doesn't matter. They can come to our follow-up program and then they can feel it. Beautifully they will understand. So just see, I told you that what you are, you have felt it. Who has felt like this before? Nobody has. So, it is now your birthright to get it, now you got it. Only thing, I think you have to grow a little bit more in the knowledge of the subtle being within you, the spirit. And if you know that, then you will really become the real sense spiritual. I'm very happy today this could be done in New York, and I'm sure you people will continue to join all others who are here and become masters in this. May God bless you. They want to sing one song. This is the song written by a very famous poet in the 12th or 16th century. And where he says, "Oh mother, I have given up all bad things and now you should awaken my Kundalini." For that they call it Ambe, Ude Ude Ambo, Ambe, means you awaken the Kundalini. And they are asking for it. In India, in the villages, they all sing this song, but you will be amazed that they don't know what it is about. And this is what is to express, "Oh mother, give me the yoga, Jogwadi." So this is a beautiful song. You have to just clap with it and you'll be amazed. You might get a lot of sensitivity on your hand.